Just having a look on a permission, just to keep the dog keen really. He's been marking this warren for about 5 minutes. Now, every dog marks in different ways. Like you'll see Sam, like literally laser beam on the hole. But Bryn marks slightly different. So he'll wind the hole. But you know if there's a rabbit there, because he won't come off the warren, he'll just stand there, almost like he's on point. Like he's doing now, looking at that hole. So you just got to learn how your dog marks. Yeah, there'll definitely be a couple in here. But this is what I like to do in the summer. I just walk on a bit of permission that I've got, where there are a few rabbits. And it just keeps the dog's senses keen throughout the summer. You know, whereas instead of just sitting around doing nothing, you know, it keeps that scent in their nose. And we also might run 1 or 2 as well. But he's marked a couple of warrens so far, so yeah, always nice to have an evening walk in the spring. We've seen quite a few as well. Nothing worth running. But yeah. He'll be disappointed when I pull him away when he realises I ain't even got a ferret with me. Dogs don't know the seasons, do they? If you can see that rabbit sat against the bush there. There he goes. There's a couple sat out there. It's a bit tricky ground for your dog to run, to be honest. They don't tend to come out deep in the daytime because we get little walkers here, so. But yeah, I enjoy letting him have the odd run. He's a bit of a plodder, is Bryn. He'll either plod behind me or plod in front of me. He don't hunt up or anything. He's proper old sight houndy. He won't run anything unless he sees it first. So yeah, that's why we like walking on these spring evenings. See that he just literally plods on beside you. Plodding along. Looking ahead. You can see some rabbits up ahead all the way over there. He's got no chance of catching them. He's going now. Don't think he sees it. Don't know what he was looking at then. Probably because I pointed. That's right near the fence, that is. Go on, get on him, Bryn. He hasn't seen that. Sitting still. I'll dip straight behind that head, that fence into the warren. Go on, get on him. There you go. Told ya. Oh, and one up ahead as well. And another, and another. That's what you want, good recall on your dog. Quick whistle and he's straight back. Good lad. I say to you before, he had no chance of catching them rabbits. Too close to the fence line, but it keeps them fit during the spring and summer. Yeah, makes a change from just chucking him a ball or whatever. Yeah, keeps him in good condition, and like I say, all this rabbit activity and marking the warrens and everything, it keeps him sharp, and it, you know, keeps his head in the game. So come autumn, winter, it's not like he's had 6 months off and he's got to start from scratch. But yeah, we'll continue and see. Like I say, we won't catch a rabbit here tonight or this evening. They'll be all hedgehoggers. But, you know, it's all exercise for the dog, innit? Them lovely runs there. Another one here, look. Another one there. In fact, we've got runs all over this place, and they all come out from that there. Be a beautiful place to snare. Trouble is, you get so many walkers here. You know, even though I've got permission to do so, you know, it's all got public rights of way, and you've got dog walkers and all sorts, and joggers. It's not worth the aggro snaring it, but It's a decent place for ferreting. Not the best ground for lamping though. It's hard to make out on the video, but it's so up and down. There's so many dips and like that, you know, you've got a lot of dips, and you know how it goes when a rabbit goes down a dip and you lose it out of the lamp. It's a bloody nightmare. So we very rarely lamp it, but we do long net this at night. If you see my long netting video, we usually do a drop over there and a drop down here, because the rabbits will come right out into this. On a good windy night, you drop the long nets down and get a decent little bag, to be fair. That seems to work quite well here where lamping doesn't. So there's always a way of catching them. You know, if one way doesn't work, try another. That's what I always try and do. And I find some of these old ways, like the old poachers' ways, like long netting at night, you know, there's a reason they done it. It was bloody effective. So come on, we'll mooch on. Good lad. Seen a rabbit go into that patch. It's gone. It's in that patch. It's gone in there where he is. You can see him. There is a warren in there. It's a shame. There's a big patch under that brambles there, but it's a nightmare to do. I think the farmer needs to cut all that. Where's he off? Oh, he's seen one. Way up there. Yeah, there it goes. He ain't getting that either. Confidence in my dog, eh? No. It's all fun and games, isn't it? Where the hell that rabbit's taking him? That's where the little bugger went, in that next bramble patch. So the light's bad. Yeah. I say this video might seem like it's just me and my dog failing to catch rabbits. You know, daytime rabbits, when they know where they're going, it's hard work. Especially when they got this like this. You know, you got this big bit of cover here. You got this huge bit of cover here. You got the wood there. You know, they just hop from cover to cover. And you got that big monstrosity there. They're all warrens under this cover as well, so it's hard work for him. Hey, we enjoy our little mooch about. As I said to you, keeps him sharp, keeps him fit. Good boy, good boy. Well, we had a little mooch around one of our permissions. And it's something I like to do during the spring and the summer, you know, just to keep the dog fit. And this particular permission is literally a 5-minute drive up the road from me. And it's got a few rabbits on it. You know, you've seen us ferret in there and long netting at night here before. And I always like to go and check out these permissions, because when you see it during the spring and summer and on an evening like this, on a nice warm, you know, sunny spring, summer evening, you go out and you can sort of gauge what sort of a season you're going to have come like September, October time, because you're seeing the numbers more then. You know, during the winter, you don't really see the rabbits out and about unless they're a real heavy population. But spring and summer gives you some idea of what sort of season you're looking to have. Albeit they dodge, you know, disease and stuff like that. That doesn't knock their numbers. But hopefully with this dry weather we've been having really good weather. It's been really dry, been a really dry March, and it's not been too wet so far throughout April, which really does well for the rabbit numbers. You know, nice, warm, dry temperatures. Is when it gets wet and warm is when they sort of, you know, get knocked by disease, I find. So, yeah, it's nice to see a few. But as you see on the video, you know, the dog had no chance of catching any of them rabbits. You know, all hedge huggers and hopping from cover to cover. But it's fun to have a go anyway. It keeps him sharp. And I like to let him have a little look on the warrens, because, you know, keep his marking skills sharp. You know, if you lay him off, if you don't do something for, you know, sort of 6 months and then you jump back onto it, you're going to be a little bit rusty. So I always find that helps. I know a lot of the lads like to do and lasses, should I say, like to do the dog shows through the summer, you know, a bit of lure racing. It's not my thing, never has been, you know. I've never been bothered about the shows. And I just find, personally, they're getting worse and worse, you know. I'm not going to go into it, but yeah, I don't like the whole show scene. It's not for me. you know, at the end of the day, I don't really care what anyone else thinks of my dog, looks-wise, or, you know, racing-wise, I don't really care. The only thing I care about is if my dog does a job I want him to, which he does that. So, yeah, wasn't a very exciting video. I thought I'd just stick it up anyway. And, yeah, so I'm talking to shows and saying that I don't like them. I'm actually at Game Fair on Sunday, our local one. Just for a walk around and a meet up with my mate who comes ferreting with me, with Luke. We're going to have a meet up, a few beers, and just see if there's any bargains. But, yeah, so till next time, guys, catch you soon.